Okay, Seeds. The Nether update beta isn't going to be dropping anytime soon, and the 1.15 beta doesn't really change anything to do with generations, so we're going to have to really up our game this week. Oh, come on, I don't show off that many, do I? Okay, you might have a point. Okay, we'll take a break from showing Savannah Plateaus, even though they're really cool. So, what do you have in your mind that we could show otherwise, then? Actually, I have found a Mega Taiga seed the other day. Also with a little something extra in the seed. Hello everyone, this is Chris, and welcome back to another seed showcase. Now today is a particularly special seed, and that's not just because there's a Mega Taiga right at spawn. That's because, I believe we found a seed which I don't think has been found in this way, or with this type of thing, because today, this seed has 7 Ender Eyes, or Eyes of Ender, or Ender Pearls, inside the Stronghold, which is so crazy and so nuts, which I don't think we found something at this capacity. I think we found like 6 before as a community, but nothing beyond that. So, yeah. Hopefully you enjoy this seed. Let's not waste any more time. I've been looking forward to showing this off for a while. The seed will be on screen right now, hopefully. And you type that in and you will spawn in right here, right on this nice little island thing around, surrounded by a river. And not only that, you also have the beautiful Mega Taiga. I mean, it's pretty nice to look at. And it also has the pod soul. In 1.15 it'll be renewable, so yeah, it won't be quite as rare, but while we're in 1.14 where it's non-renewable, then yeah, you have some right here, right close to spawn. Okay, this isn't a Savannah Mountain seed, but it does have some pretty interesting generation around here with the mountains and the forest generating pretty high up than what it normally should. Why 125? That's pretty good for a mountain seed on Bedrock. But okay, now for the reason I wanted to show off this seed. So if you head just over here, which is just a few hundred blocks from the spawn, which is relatively close for a stronghold seed, and yeah, you will first off come across this village. No blacksmith, unfortunately, but plenty of crops and things like that. And you will come, if you come to these coordinates right here and go down here, you will eventually come across the end portal with already 4 Eyes of Ender inside the portal, which is already pretty crazy as it is. It cuts out a third of what you already have to get, and not only that, if you head just outside the portal room, you will come across this chest with an Ender Pearl. Now I've checked this on console, on Xbox, on Switch, and on here, and every single one has Ender Pearls in it, has all the Ender Pearls. So having 5 right here, that's already like, you almost have about half the work cut out for you. But that's not where it ends there. Because if you head right down to these coordinates right here, and you head right down here, you'll come across another chest, and this one has 2 Ender Pearls inside it. Yeah, 7 Ender Pearls in one seed in the Stronghold. That's so crazy, and to have like 1 is kind of a nice thing. To have 2 is a pretty rare thing. 3 is a nice surprise, but having something I don't think we've ever found before, it's crazy, and it's not the craziest Stronghold we'd probably ever find. There's almost, not certainly, but there's a very low chance of having 12 in the Stronghold, but having 7 right now, I think, as far as I know, that's a little bit better than what we found so far as a community. but you still have to go through some of the effort of turning some of the ender pearls into eyes of ender. So to do that, what you might want to do is head right down here. You'll find 5 diamonds, I believe. I believe it's 5. Yeah, 5 diamonds right here, and an obsidian pit right here to get to the Nether, which is pretty handy. Not only that, because it's connected right into the Stronghold. So if you head right through here, and the slime chunk too. So if you head just right down here and just right out here, might want to be a little careful with the lava, but other than that, then you'd head right down to the diamonds, get the obsidian, and go to the Nether. And go to the Nether we shall. Now, before we do, I do want to mention that I am not entirely sure if Nether Fortress generation is changing or not in the Nether update, so if you're watching this in the future, it may be. But in case it didn't change, or in case you're just generating the seed beforehand, then what you want to do is you want to build your Nether portal right at these coordinates, as you can see. Because if you go through here, if we let it generate in, yeah, if you go through here and you head across this way down this generation and up this way, I believe, yeah, you will eventually come across a Nether fortress to get your blazes and potentially even wither skulls. So having one relatively close to where you'd find the stronghold is actually something that's pretty nice, having relatively in the same spot. So yeah. But you might be thinking, okay, all that stuff, it's all really cool and stuff, but is there anything else on the surface that's not the Mega Taiga? And you'd be correct, because over here you would find another village, and it's right next to a swamp with some strange lily pad generation, okay? But you might potentially come across swamp villages, and you'd also come across a blacksmith with 7 obsidian in it. Now, on different editions, you'd find things like this, as you can see on screen. But for having it on I believe this is both on Switch and on Android, so finding that is something that's pretty good. And not only that, you'd also get a witch's hut right there too. So having that right next to the village, and is that a swamp villager? Nope, it's a new one. Okay, but potentially finding swamp villages and finding witches and having that right here, it's nice having it all in one place. If you're an Xbox player like me, then this might be the village you'd actually want to go to, because it also has an outpost. Lots of villages have a lot of crazy things near it, but yeah, if you're on Xbox or potentially PS4, I haven't been able to check, but you'd potentially want to go to this blacksmith right here in this village, because, okay, on Android it has things like this, but on Xbox it has this stuff, which is 5 obsidian and just a bunch of other things in it. So in case you want to get some free obsidian to get yourself to the Nether, then you have it right here. It's a little bit far out from where the Stronghold village is, but it's still there if you want it. And if you don't want that, then there's another reason I'm coming to this village, because if you head down here to this ravine, then you will come across an abandoned mine shaft right here too. So having all this stuff really close again to another village is strange. How often it happens in this seed, but it's cool nonetheless. And to top it all off, just a couple thousand blocks away, you'd find an ocean monument in the water, which is surrounded by a small little island and some other ocean plants and things like that. So yeah, all this stuff on one seed, especially the Stronghold seed, something we've not really found in this quantity before. So yeah, let me know if you like this sort of Stronghold seed. Let me know if you find one with more than 7 Eyes of Ender or Ender Pearls in it. And I don't usually ask this, but if you could please share this video and get this out to people who you'd think would like playing on worlds like this, then that'd be greatly appreciated. Like I'd love seeing people who take on these sorts of challenges, and having a new speedrunning seed for Bedrock players is pretty good for the community. So hopefully you enjoyed this seed anyway. Um, but that's pretty much all I have for you now. So thanks for watching, and I will see you all later.